welcome to my channel. For the creative channel, man, got some player haters. I do mean player haters, guys. And let me tell you, these player haters work, man. These guys brag and talk when they win, but when they lose, they talk about when I'm winning, and they just joke and clown when I'm losing. Hey, it's all game fans, all game fans. So welcome to the channel, welcome back, guys. This is Ram Tough, baby. Your Rams are playing great football, and let's look around the league at the standings. As you can see, the Bengals have already clinched the division with a win. There you go. I don't know why we haven't yet, but that's the way it is. Good football left, a lot of football left. You gotta still get busy, a lot of football left. A lot of football left. A lot of football left. Alright, let's look at the stats. Second best defense. Look right. Offense 21st, though. I'm waiting on offense from being the best. That's okay, though, guys. It's okay. Alright, look up the negotiations, man. I told this guy right here, man, we're just gonna bypass him. We're gonna wait a franchise, and I don't have $41 million to give him, so we gotta wait. So, with that said, we out of that, and it's time to play football. Let's look at a little stat. That's what you guys see on the scouting report. We may need a wide receiver. So, got a couple of them in the first round. And got a little
I'm watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands up the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, must be yellow shirts, flattered in the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, say the man got me on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Poor guy, man.
My system, been the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions out of like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, easy power steering, cruising to a better vision. Y'all can you hear me?
Route running, catching. Look at me now. Look at 4 points, like guys. Got a finish ball.
Can you hear me now? Mama, 30 the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would have
like this suck, bro.
maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm ready to get it, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
What is he doing, guys?
introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary, boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead bare, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator, fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling, you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about a little amount, 20 reds till a $1 million. Yup, like in the Kango Enter. New Cadillac with some all-go hammer. Long as I remember how to Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to get the thing from a text, so I can't set the numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit to hate that. 50 million, you died to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther weak to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown, get down with a on me and a half a. Let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in the 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go, see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk, they roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case with the case and a phone. They will watch you give a dip. I live today rapping back, carrying them back what they capping back. Ain't roll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them, better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here. Run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation. 28 sweeps. Blue 14. Watch left.
We to the man, Atlanta head cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stun till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah. For the love of the bankroll, keep it busy. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the railroad bar. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think it's the top till I move over. Modern day Tupac, get a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We got the steady deck and clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down. Top, but we run out of time. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Middle throne, concrete crime. Call that line getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. He still remember me when they sick of me, they messy. Better watch it, probably you around here like a sweet. You got the wrong idea.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the city of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times a game.
Able to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
And Ndamukong Suh was an all-pro when he was with the Detroit Lions in 2013, 2014. Many people think that maybe he might either be slowing down or not playing at the same level. My eyes tell me he's still playing at an elite level, still destroying the interior of an offense, can get to the quarterback, crush a run game, you name it. Ndamukong Suh can do it, and how about how durable he is? Hasn't missed a game since 2011.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Yeah, we changed key numbers. Yeah, we're the Folk and Rick Dickerson. Keep the commission happy.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Now let's go. On On second down, it's Drake. Now the ball comes loose. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He's hiking the ball over the line.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
First down, Drake. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Good job.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Following the interception, Winston airing this one out for Evans. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play, Winston to Evans, 43 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The give is to Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Not too much on that, fellas.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They go play action.
Good shot. I'm not going to still go in.
Down he goes. Shane Way in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after it.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh, man, what are you doing?
Picked up by Levante David. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Guys, we ain't playing smart football. Those plays last week ain't gonna work, man.
15 carries, 52 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Jameis to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
One back in the game, that's Jones, second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's met quickly in the backfield.
Folded like a lawn chair.
Folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And he holds it in for the Buccaneers.
What kind of defense was that?
Bruce Ellington, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Gotta get 10 yards for us.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw.
Tight end all
Complete to his tight end Everett.
Good job.
Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
What was that?
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Come on, guy. What are you doing?
That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So out come the Bucs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. To throw, Winston. And Winston lost the football. But it looks like the Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that's complete. It's Allington.
What are y'all doing?
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, They declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time.
Guys, we're not playing defense.
Give to Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. A jump underneath to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Boy. Yo, cheating, let him get away.
Gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Now they disrupted already for 3 INTs.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And
good throwing catch, guys.
Midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On the give, this is Drake. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Where's the other play at, bro? There we go, give me more time.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll set up to throw. Moncrief brings it in. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I want to the ball
Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a good turn over there as his guys will get the
turn this shit up. This some bullshit.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
He wide open. He got
the
to
patience
float that
level
over
isn't
his
quite
head.
there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over there.
Don't football, fella.
We'll see what his offense can do. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
The second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. And that is incomplete.
There you go. Good defense.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Well, look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them, no matter how many people are put in his direction. It just...
And my goodness, another interception.
Wow.
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Good guys everywhere. Oh, this is bullshit.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Jameis now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing over the middle, but It's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And now it's second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct?
buddy.
That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And the stop here will come at the 3-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis again.
What's that?
Escape, and he goes down.
Way to go, Donald.
He's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get things started with an NFC matchup up in Lambeau. Green Bay hosting San Francisco, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Case Keenum's thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis. Check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Now back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
It's passing it to him fast.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Working the middle. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop something big to knock them back on their heels.
What was that?
The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Levante David in there to drop it. Back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Got a man over the middle. It's
He pushed him over
Williams.
the first down mark.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is Jones. And he
Good
will
job,
lose
Chief.
yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
We're in the zone. Come on, guys.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First down, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got on him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play fake. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And right now, a stoppage because Rob Kelly is still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got his man. It's Williams. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with...
Oh, this is blocked. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
That's just some bullshit.
Alexander leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Hey, guys, good job.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A
Come
nice
on,
hit.
Wood.
Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over to the right side, caught by
TEXMEX. Good job.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Good job.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They'll give it to him up the
Good
middle.
job.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
All right, let's go, defense.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Winston. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
What are we doing?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I got the field right here.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Oh, come on, guys. Bullshit.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Set! Green, 39!
Now Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Good catch, good catch. Come on, guys. Good punt. We've been trying all day.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the play. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll look to throw now on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Don't do that.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now let's go.
Running, it's Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Good job, bro.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
Good play, check.
Right at the 10-yard line.
Good job.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. On 1st and goal, Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
I can't wait, guys. If we gonna just, oh, that's some bullshit. That guy came from six yards away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. He's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
What's up right here, guys? This is it. This is it.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defense.
How y'all blitzing
so
can't
another
stop
stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
That was something.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. Now Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up shy at midfield.
Well, it didn't appear to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Brian Anger now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
What are you doing?
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right.
That was not the route.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
They ain't cheating, man. They got not running the route.
Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. A road win in the National Football League.